Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me once again here in the city of Anvilseal. We're starting episode 58 today, and we are watching a fortress slowly recover from a couple of brawls. And one of the things that I think I'm going to try and do to help minimize that, and it really hasn't been terrible, but it's been bad enough to where I don't really want to risk any more dwarves' health in being injured. We're going to remove the performer here, and sorry, Enduk, but that's just the way that it is, because the performers, I'm given to understand, will also serve drinks. And so if we only have one dwarf running around serving drinks, then maybe that will help. But for the time being, we won't retire the location, but I'm very close to just kind of throwing in the towel and saying, you know what, it's dangerous enough. And we're not gonna do this anymore. So we still have some goals. We want to get secured access to the cavern layers, or to the cavern layer, the first cavern layer at least. We want to try and get the residence hall paved, and I think we're pretty close on that. We might actually be completely done, and then we need to get our clothing industry up and running. And it was up and running, and it seemed to be up and running just fine, but the problem is that it seems like we've got dwarves with lots of really negative thoughts that are complaining about wearing old clothing. And so I would prefer them not to have those unhappy thoughts, those bad thoughts. And so this is just not working out anymore. So what I plan on doing is I plan on retooling this area. This area is obviously going to get trash. We're not gonna use this for our clothing area. I haven't decided on where we're gonna put it, but we're gonna put it somewhere. And we're gonna expand it a little bit, so we're gonna make it bigger, and then we're going to hopefully expand the productivity of that industry as well. So I think we're all square from that. Let's take a look down in the cavern layers real quickly. And one of the things that I'm noticing is that it looks like this is a water source here. And just because I keep seeing 7s and more water is just flowing out of this, like 7s, 6s, and 5s along here. So what that tells me is that we've got this little drain right here, right? And the water eventually does flow down here and then flow out of our cleverly crafted drain. The problem with that is that it's going to continue to replenish. So we can't just build a wall and take care of this. We've got to get a little bit more creative with how we do that. And so to that end, I think we're going to have to get, a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but we definitely need to. It's probably going to involve mining this area out and then redirecting this flow of water by way of hopefully a cleverly placed, some walls and a cleverly placed drawbridge or something like that, so that we can pull water into the cavern if we want from this source, but we can also close it off. At least I think that's the best way to do it. But that's going to take a while. It's going to be another project, and I'm not really super excited about sending the dwarves out to do another project like that, just because it's going to be a lot of work for them, and I'd like to get them down to a little bit more, how do you say it, status quo? So we're just going to start walling this off, and I know what that looks like. It might look like I'm giving up, and to a certain degree, I'll agree to that. Yes, I'm giving up a little bit, but the counter argument is that the dwarves will not have to work on such a crazy reconstruction project or a crazy dam project like this. We can just wall this area off over here. This will be a little bit more of a challenge, but we can do it. And then our cavern layer will be easily accessible, or we can easily block it off. So that's what we're gonna do. We do need to put a door down here as well. Just because beasts could come up through here, and I think we should do some hatch covers for this part here. So let's go rock hatch covers. And then let's specify granite. And we'll have a few of extras of those on hand, just to make sure that we can cover this and then forbid those. I think we're gonna do a couple of... Yeah, we'll do another little mini airlock here as well. Oops. I'll put a little floor in there. Well, this will make this area all nice and, shall we say, off limits for the dwarves. And then any beasts that come in through here, well, we can, of course, redirect them or however we want to do it. Because I really wanted to get started on our clothing industry expansion last episode, and this just occupied so much of our time that I wasn't able to get into it. So... you know, it is what it is. The dwarves work at a set speed, and we can't really change that, at least not easily. We can add more dwarves, which is what hopefully will happen here soon. We had a nice migrant wave last episode. But yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do on that in that regard here. We will need to put something over the top of this. So I think we'll do something out here. Make it granite. And then once they get down here to do that, still a pretty long walk for them. Once they get down here to do that, then this should be pretty straightforward. We can close it off. We can throw some doors on it. And yeah, we should actually go up and just make sure. No. There we go. Nil's working on some masterwork crowns. Another little airlock going in there. Heartthrob is going to pick that job up. Cyclops Bane is doing that one. We'll do that. That should work. Oh, interesting. We'll have to cut this tree down. I don't know how Rovod's going to get down there. I think these are ramps here. Oh, somebody's wandering through the center there. The heck are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's installing doors. What a clever individual. The reason I'm putting doors here is because I think we're going to have to do something a little bit more creative here to get this water to flow off the map. But that's a different project for a different time, as it were. Rovod is probably on his way down. Let's just make sure. Yeah, Herdslayer is still... he's still in jail after causing that upset last episode. I think he'll be in jail for a few days. If I'm honest, I'm okay with that. Herdslayer he's kind of had a checkered past with the fortress here. Okay, so Rovod got that taken care of, which means this is all done here. So that's a really interesting little spot. Okay. Not quite done with the stairs there. We'll get this side sealed up, and then we'll work on this side. And part of me thinks that maybe the clothing industry just goes down here. It's a little bit of a walk, so I'm trying to convince myself that's not the right move. Oh, interesting. We're going to have to wall this off as well. Yeah, no doubt. We'll definitely have to wall this off. Stuff can just walk right up here. Yeah, if the dwarves can do it, then a Forgotten Beast can certainly do it. Path is working that tile. Okay, well that's easy enough. We can do that. We'll just work our way around. Perfect. We'll fill in these other blocks here and after they're kind of done. Right now, it would seem that that will be sufficient. Nothing will come up from there unless we let it, which is the most important thing. Having control is really important in this situation, or in these types of situations, you know. Definitely would prefer to have, you know, things sealed off. Oh, perfect. Definitely would prefer to have things sealed off in a way where we can let stuff in and choose to not let stuff in if we so choose. I'm kind of angling in that direction. So just a little bit of talk about the plans here. I think what we'll do is we'll dig out some more of this, go downstairs, dig out this area, and make it a nice area to redirect the flow off of the map. And then we'll dig some of this stuff out so that the water is more likely to go in this direction, which will mean that there's less water flowing down this way. And that's why we've got this kind of double airlock configuration, because we'll take these doors out. Once that's completed, then we can go back through and kind of start walling some of this up and maybe put like a floodgate or two along here, which means that we could let this flood if we wanted to after we're done digging it all out. That'll be a sufficient way to handle this source of water and still give us access to it by choice. Just have a lever or something. I don't know. Put it somewhere out here. Maybe in that airlock house there. Spattering of vulture blood. That's interesting. There's vulture blood down here? Who'd have thought? Maybe they can't get to this. I was afraid of that. Lovely. Someone left their pants. Or perhaps I should say, oh, they left more than that. They left gloves and a pigtail dress. Yeah, we can't get to this one. Put a floor in then. Okay, so just running along here. Got some more wood to chop. Sorry, Rovid. Come down here and get that going for us. Oh, that's interesting. So we'll have to block this one up too. Since that's a little tunnel. Oh, interesting. And I thought, for some reason, I thought these two were connected. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Perhaps that's what we're seeing there. New demand from Dabbles. A bronze bed in his bismuth bronze bed in his throne room or office. Okay. Wait. That's a weird place for a bed, dude, but okay. Wait. Is this even possible? How does this work? How does this work? He wants a bronze bed. Okay, maybe I didn't read it properly. A bismuth bronze bed in the throne room or office. Forge bed? I thought beds could only be made out of wood. Okay. Well, that's an interesting twist. I don't think we can fulfill this demand that he's made. I don't understand how I would do it. Because there's not currently a way to make a metal bed of any kind. Somehow though, it seems like that's what he's asking for, is it not? Well, we might be in trouble with that demand. Let me take a look at that. Okay, I had to stop the recording to figure out if there was any precedent for how I could meet that demand. And I think Seabrook is doomed in this case to not have this demand met. I don't know how we can do it. There's no way to create metal beds in Dwarf Fortress, so it's either asking for something that's not properly labeled, like it's asking for a bed, but it's something else that it should be asking for, or, it's a bug where Seabrook is, where Duke Dabbles is asking for something that's not possible, which, I don't know, like, there's some flavor to that. It's not very good flavor, but it's flavor nonetheless. Okay, so that's all sealed off. Lovely. Okay. So it's literally just this side now that we need to deal with. Okay. No access. Yes, of course. I'm on the wrong level. Speaking of demands that cannot be met. Yeah, we'll just go through there. Oops. There we go. Put some granite blocks there. That's a stubborn tree right there. We can block this off too. I don't see a problem with that. That way we can drop down here. Just a little bit of water. More water siphoning in, or coming in. Get the wall started here so I don't forget what I was doing. And then we can do some stairs. Make sure that this is our friend here. Yes, it is. Got some blow darts. Part of me wants to let this guy out and see if he'll have a go at the fortress. It doesn't seem to be super dangerous. Asmar. He's probably pretty close to the stairs, now that I think about it. That shaft is right here. But we kind of just pass right through this cavern layer. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to get in, so that's alright. We'll pass on it for now. But the intention someday is to someday. And that should close that up. A little bit of work there. Should be alright. I was thinking about putting a door in here, but if they want that wood, they should be able to come out through here and then come back around the other side. That's fine. Get to it, dwarves. That's good. We'll get this walled up. It's only one layer. I don't know how to actually cut access off there, but once we do our water source redirect, that should be fine. Oh, that's right. We were gonna have hatch covers put in here. I totally forgot about that. So there's a door here. That actually does go down. So these guys should be just fine if we do that. Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. So if we cut this access off here, then we can get our hatch covers put on. Doors and hatches. Let's throw some hatches down. Oh, we got some rhyolite hanging around. I forgot about those. We'll just make those impassable for now. And these little areas here, those should be safe. That's weird. I guess this blood is soaking through. It must be soaking through. I wonder if that seems strange. But that's the only conclusion that I can come to, because I think that those battles took place on the surface. We'll just keep that going through here, and then as we get up towards the top... No, those didn't occur there at all. Yeah, that wouldn't even make sense anyways. Very strange. I don't know why Autumn Sect Clasp's blood is showing up here. There wasn't a fight above this at all, that I remember at least. So who the heck knows? Now we've got our military starting up their little adventures again in training. We'll jump back up here and just want to check on our pyramid. Can we build... Oh, we have gold. You guys. Oh, I'm so happy. We have the gold bars. Which means we can floor all this up. Oh, well, we can floor some of it up. We'll get there. We need a lot of gold, as it turns out. No gold nuggets. All right, back over here. At least the pyramid will be done, for crying out loud. Once the floor is done, then we can actually put a squad in there. But that's going to still be just a little bit of time, I think. And that one's being built. And it's getting built right now, I think. No? Can't do either one of those. We'll do this one, and we'll do this one. We'll do this one, and we'll do this one. Adil Logamrith, where are you? Cool, there is our hatch covers. We can make those forbidden. We'll forbode them from going down into this water exchange area. And then we're going to build an alternative water exchange area. I keep saying it, but like maybe we should actually think about how that's going to look. So this goes all the way up and along. Is this off the edge of the map? No, it is not. Okay, so we've got a little ways to go. Let's widen this out. Trying to stay away from this right now, but we'll cut. We'll just do some channeling once we've got our pit taken care of here, and we can get rid of these doors for the moment. Once this is done, then this water source will kind of just flow right on off the map, and at least I hope. That's what I said about the last one, I suppose. So, you know, I guess we'll find out if it actually does flow off of the map. And then I can be blamed for, you know, whatever. This part is great. Sapphire clusters, diamonds. I mean, that's fantastic. Let's get the rest of this done. I know, dwarves. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hauling stone down multiple levels. And the mining cores looks like they're getting to it, though. We'll just do a little ramp. See, that's really not helpful. It says I have 800 gold bars. But, like, I need gold bars that I can use. It would be nice to see that in the stock. Right? Like, which one of these is out floating about somewhere? What does that do? I don't know what that does. Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to make that visible. Hey, the pyramid outside is done. At least we've got that going for us. Yeah, no more gold. Okay. We do have to find more gold. That's a big concern. Looking good there, guys. And let's see, if we channel down through here, we'll get one tile, which is fine. Come back. Come back. Oh, I was too late. We'll get some more granite, I suppose. We don't really need it. I haven't done this much of this extensive of a cavern layer security ever in a playthrough. Never, not once. So what we'll do is we'll go down here and we will do a smooth call. Forgot to do the channel here. Yeah, there we go. Looking good. Smooth it all out, dwarves, and yeah, then we'll get the fortifications carved. Still waiting on that wall piece. But other than that, this is looking good. Like, there's no other way for enemies to get in. Unless we decide that we want to let them in. And we've got quite expansive control over this too. I mean, if you look up here in the top right corner of this mini map, we've got a good third of this cavern layer secured, or nearly secured, and it's not going to take that much more effort to complete that work. Look at all of our smoothers down here. Lean Canyon. Post safe. Somebody didn't get their job done there. That's okay. We're probably going to have to dig out this direction too, and then down. So we'll dig out and then down so that we can channel and then climb out. But this should be more than enough space. More than enough fortification. Or fortifications to let the water flow out. So many job cancellations, you guys. It's always really a fun idea to set up automation for a dwarven fortress until you realize what that actually means. And there's just so many different little pieces to this game that you know, it really changes things. Hurry up and smooth it there, Rakust. He did. Is the brewer. One of our brewers. Good job, buddy. Oh, interesting. So there might be an additional problem with this plan. And that is that we've created this on top of this area here, which is constantly filling up with water. I'm not entirely sure how to get that to happen. To where we... Because, I mean, this is where it's coming from. It's almost like we need to channel down here once again. I'm morbidly curious to see if I channel here, that's going to dig out this block and the block below it, which is this one, which is going to open this up just a little bit more. Let's do it. This has got one more thing. Because what I think is probably going to happen here is that once we cut over to this, it's not actually going to do what I think it's going to do. It might, because see, the water's flowing down here and then flowing out this direction. Well, really what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it to, well, you know what, actually, opening this up will allow more water to flow through, which hopefully will help this drain. And once that drains, then we've got a little bit, you know, this pool is actually, you know, gonna get less filled. It's gonna drain, and then this should drain, and then, gosh, yeah, okay. Let's do some more mining here, shall we? Okay, we can't cut through there. So our only option is to cut this out. You know, we're just going to cut this whole thing out. Because we'll still have the floor. But that will give us control. Did anybody hurt themselves here? No. Okay. Someone is going to hurt themselves getting that boulder out, though. I can tell you that right now. Let's make that passable. Let's make this all passable for now, because there's really no point in making it impassable. As much as I would like to. Okay, so this is looking good. Once this gets all chopped out, then we can start channeling. And I think I just want to channel along here. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Do we want to let water in right now? I think so. So let's channel like this. I don't want to do that one yet. And that's because it will open up a corner here. I want to do that, but I don't want to do it just yet. Let's do this area as well. While we have all of the miners' attention, if that makes sense. Because then we can do some channeling here. We can channel away these blocks, and that will help the flow kind of redirect some of this flow. It's going to be really challenging. I don't know how we're going to get this to work. Because what happened down here didn't really change too terribly much. If we could channel... We broke out that. Let's just build a floor in here. If we build a floor across here, then we can channel down and we can bust out these walls here. Right? We can mine out and then channel. Mine out and channel. We'll just mine these and then channel down. And that will break away some more of this wall. We could do these 2 blocks. I don't see a reason why not. That's going to open this throat a little bit more so that more water can flow through. You know what? I'm just going to forbid this guy. Because I feel like once we open this up, someone is going to get it in their mind to go down after that gneiss boulder, and we don't need that. We don't need that kind of pain and heartache, you guys. We'll let them haul these boulders away, though. Do me a favor and pull that guy away. This is really getting convoluted. Like, yeah, okay, so there's more space going through there. We could actually get all of this stuff taken care of here. Look at this. This is like, look at all those gems. My God. The cavern layers are certainly... They certainly have a bounty of gems and other precious materials, don't they? Yeah, we'll channel this stuff here once we get that taken care of. It's going to have to be done kind of one at a time. And I think we're okay. I mean, there's a lot of water flowing in, but like a dwarf is just going to kind of, as long as they don't go down into that area, which I don't know how we'll keep them from doing that, but I guess we'll gamble a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's looking swell. Because we could actually go all the way over to here. We'll just go here. We'll just do these 3. And that should let an absolute torrent of water down into here. No, don't go after that boulder. Hey, some migrants have arrived, which is great. We currently are sitting at 136 dwarves. They're coming in from the south, it looks like. We've got 2 of them all at once. Id Tonebolts, the butcher, 52-year-old male. He's a talented butcher, adequate cook, adequate siege engineer, and a novice bookbinder. He says he's good. Values power. He's creative. He's got a good spatial sense, but has a bad kinesthetic sense. So, you know, one good sense, one bad sense. Overconfident and emotionally distant. He worships Lemul. And just arriving here at Anvilseal in the mid-spring of 62. Welcome in. And right next to him is Vabok Hornlashed, the miller. 47-year-old female. She's a quarreler. She's not creative. She values eloquence and recovers slowly. She's clumsy and she disdains tradition. Well, we do have some traditions here in Anvilseal, Vabok. I hope that is all right. You can disdain them, but don't actively prevent others from enjoying. So we got 2 straight onto the map. Vabok here is a dyer, mechanic, milker, and shearer, along with a miller. Society flourishes when lawbreakers are punished. I do agree with that. And she's a rainbow worshiper. Worships Udar. So that should take us up to 138. Uh-oh. I have a few of them that got away from me here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, 138. Okay. Our next... Ilral, Grip Heater. Grip Heater, he's a pump operator. 29 years old. He looks like he's a lot older than that from his portrait, but I'll take your word for it. I'm not much of a decision maker. He has high social awareness and a high kinesthetic sense. He has flights of fancy. Well, don't we all? He values nature and disdains sacrifice and is weak. He worships Lemuel as well. Not much of a decision maker. Well, okay, that's all right. We've got plenty of decision makers here already. Cogsack, Root Shield. Very young, 19-year-old female dwarf. Her spouse, Lore Seal Arch, hasn't made an appearance here yet, but I'm guessing he's right around the corner, maybe right behind her. Cogsack is musical, disdains harmony, cheerless, clumsy, creative, and anger-prone. That's quite a mix. Clother, metal crafter, and glazier. A skilled warrior is a beautiful sight to behold. Welcome, Cogsack. Also, a rainbow worshipper, Udar. Lore Gembishrovad. The surgeon is her husband. We'll just remember that she's 19, and we'll see who pops onto the map next. I'm guessing this is Lore Seal Arch. Yes, it is. 58 years old. He's a male. He's an adequate surgeon. There's nothing so important in life that it's worth telling a lie, he says. Resists sickness, values tradition and tranquility, disdains perseverance, recovers quickly, and prone to discord. Don't know what that means. It's definitely not discord. Also, rainbow worshiper. Welcome, Lore. So what is that, 5? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's the 5th one. Who else we got coming along? Muthkat Uttered Addicts. 31-year-old male. He's a high master stone crafter at 31. Welcome. Professional shearer, a novice bone carver, novice suturer, and stone cutter. He disdains law, but he's dutiful. He has a poor kinesthetic sense, but he's got good focus. He's slow to love, and he is a flatterer. Does that reflect in his social skills? It does, kind of. You would expect that to be a little bit higher, but sure, okay. And a rainbow worshiper as well. Welcome, Muthkat. Streaming into the fortress towards the back end is an adequate carpenter and milker. Ilral Thrower Boulders. I love the name. Thrower Boulders. You're going to get a name right off the bat. Whoops, that's not what we want. Boulder Throw, we'll call her. Ilral Boulder Thrower Boulders. 42-year-old female. She's austere, unassertive, over-reliant on advice, resists sickness, values introspection, and is patient. Part of the mighty Anvils, and is another Lemuel worshiper. Welcome. I keep losing track of how many we've had come in so far. We've got 2 here, a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th, which would track because we started at 134. So, Boulder Throw, welcome. Do we get 8? Yes, I hear 8. Izum Tall Theater. Izum Tall Theater. She brings a pet dog with her, Domus. A talented siege engineer, a competent animal dissector, and an adequate dyer. In life, you should work hard, then work harder. Love it. This is the right fort for you, Izum. Disdains introspection and truth, has good spatial sense and intuition, poor social awareness, and not envious. Both on Barris. Very slowly expanding religion, if I'm being honest there. And of course, her pet, Domus. 8 dwarves. Here's our 9th. Dusum Lodbridge. 50-year-old male, and is a novice animal dissector. Poor empathy and impatient, but he resists sickness and he's tough. He overshares and he's a bit cruel. Rainbow Worshipper as well. The quest for knowledge never ends. Interesting. I wonder if that means he has no knowledge. Let's see. Is there a... Sometimes you can get a sense of... He detests leeches. Yeah, a lot of us do. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Values family, doesn't feel strongly about the law, and doesn't see cooperation as valuable. Okay, well, that's the 9th. Dewsome, welcome. A stray yak calf. We don't need any more yak calves. But thank you for bringing that. Here comes the dog. This must be Domus. Yep. Welcome, buddy. And this is going to be our 10th dwarf. 10 migrants. Coolit Told Portal. I told you. 24-year-old female. Pretty much a blank slate. But she is part of nobility. Nobody in our fortress at this point. Fesh, Bothon Barris, Arseth, Itnet, Rakust, and Kadol. Not a rainbow worshipper. Is looking through. She's part of the nobility, but no one that we know. So probably trying to start a new life here. Welcome. Developed empathy, poor intuition and spatial sense, swayed by emotions, greedy. You'd probably be okay here. And cheerful. Welcome, Coolit. Coolit on the greed. That's a 10th migrant. Here's an 11th. We're going to go for 11. Dacost Tomb Escort. Tomb Escort. 62-year-old female. Fish dissector, appraiser, organizer, and keeper. Record keeper. Disdains knowledge. Avoids excitement. Good memory. Not vain. Orderly. And a bit curious. Has a whole bunch of unmet needs. A Rakust worshiper. Welcome, Dacost. That's 11. For our 12th, Mebzith. Scholar Lash. Adequate Busher. Appraiser, organizer, and record keeper. Another blank slate. Values self-control. Is slow to hate. Orderly. Anxious. Creative and disdains tranquility. Lots of unmet needs rolling up there. Bomrek Zarit is her deity. 52-year-old female. Welcome. Here's 13, so we're up to a baker's dozen now. Rovad Oil-Scaled. 36-year-old female. Welcome. Novice cook, appraiser, organizer, record keeper. Also a novice hammer dwarf, interestingly enough. An artisan, their materials, and the tools to shape them, she says. High willpower, good memory, flights of fancy, disdains truth and independence, and is a bit obstinate. I can take that. Recalcitrance. Back to the Rainbow Worshippers. Udar. That's the baker's dozen. 13. We're going for 14, though, guys. We're not done. 35-year-old female. Aerith. Crushed figure. High kinesthetic sense. Good intuition. Orderly. Values peace. And disdains leisure time. You're gonna do great here. But she is weak. Animal caretaker and then the expedition leader trifecta there. I get so jealous sometimes, she exclaims. She's interested in having an intellectual discussion with an acquaintance, and she felt pleasure near a splendid bridge. I don't know what you saw. That was a splendid bridge. Maybe it's something that's coming up. You're kind of at the south part of the map there. That's 14. Do I hear 15? No. I don't think so. Yep, that's all of them. 14 migrants. My goodness. The numbers swell, folks. We're at 148 pop with a home count of 156, so everyone's just going to get a home as soon as they show up. That's exactly what we like to see. Just check that our friend here, Asmar is still lurking about in the third cavern lair. Jumping back over to our little project here, let's see exactly how things are looking. So we got some folks making some floors. I love it. How about over here? We can channel this. Let's do some more channeling. Let's be surgical about this, though. No. That's not what I meant. I'm going to get myself in real big trouble here. Channel. And I want to start here and go here. Yeah, there we go. And I want to start here. And we can just go all the way down with that one. How's about that? And all the way down with that one too. That will open... That will open that up. I'm not ready for that yet. To leave some room. Leave some room around that thing. There's not any water. It's actually down here, right? But yeah, I don't want to open it up just yet. I have to be really careful with this. It's a very, very delicate operation, isn't it? We can do the channeling here, and I'm just going to do this one block at a time. We'll go up, channel down. That'll be the first priority. And then over here, how are things looking on the home front, guys? Not too terrible. Reg Lycoticast. The Crafts Dwarf is taken by a Fey mood. I'm guessing he claims a Crafts Dwarf workshop. I claimed a Clothier's workshop. Interesting. All right. We'll get those mined out. And, yeah, this project is looking good. Still got a ways to go. We'll go there. That's all walled off. I'm calling this secure, you guys. I know there's little places along here that aren't, right? We can bar these doors and then these doors, and that basically blocks off all of the access here. But, you know, it's looking good right so far. Basically what we want to do is we want to cut these out and then see where the water ends up. And we might want to cut, we might want to cut some more stuff over here as well. But I don't want to do that just yet. Once it's cut, then we'll cut this stuff and we'll just see how much of the water we can kind of redirect over here. If it doesn't redirect too much, I might consider building floors over these tiles after they're channeled out. And the reason that I would do that is so that I kind of seal off this area. And the water has to... Yeah, like building floors around here too might be a good idea. The water has to then flow down this way to get out. We'll slaughter the fatted calf that you brought with you. As the... Okay, so yeah. That moved the water a little bit. It seems like there's more water actually going in this direction, which is good. We'll go even closer here. Did I make that a priority 1? Let's make that a 1. Excellent. What does this mean here? What are we looking at? We can do... Can I do this one? That one's already done. We may as well cut it. Just to be safe-ish. And then we can do these two as well. Yeah, you can see there's more water that's getting in here. Cyclops Bane is taking a nap down here. Shame on you. We get some mischievous creatures I just noticed. I should probably take a look at that. Let's cut these blocks. Yep. Group of citizens is stranded. And of course. How are you going to get out? Oh, there's no way for her to get out. She's drowning. How do we get her out? Boy, that didn't take any time at all. What? How? Ugh. We just have another miner drown, I think. And they're trying to grab these. Don't grab these. They're just granite boulders, you guys. Who cares? Can you climb out? I think we need to channel a ramp. I don't know if this is going to work. We're not going to do any more channeling there. But she is right here. Can you climb out? This is really important. Can someone please do this? Oh my god. She got out! Oh my god. I don't believe it. Godden Muscle Handle. I'm gonna give you a name. You climbed out. Almost drowned. I don't know what we'll call her. Yeah, that's really her last name. That's not really. Water Drinks. The dwarves are going to call her Water Drinks from now on. I can't believe she got out. That's amazing. Thank goodness. Alright, maybe we do this one bit at a time from now on, shall we? So we got to do this one. My goodness. We'll just put some... Another group of... Oh! How? How? Just run this way. Okay, well, let's... You did it once. We'll throw a... Uh-oh. And there is giant vultures fighting. No, don't go away from it. Let's see. Oh, they're in the fortress. Okay, well, let's get the squads going. You guys patrol. 6 vultures. It's not something we can't deal with. Man the front door. Machine guns. Should have plenty of people to do so. And we've got 2 different threats that we have to handle here. That's hilarious. Oh, they're all over the place. Get out of here, stupid birds. Oh, no! Oh, no. Things are going badly here, folks. It's going very badly. Climb out. Water Drinks. Oh. Aerith Ovumtalk. That's one of our new migrants. That's really too bad. We've got our friends here on station. I don't know how to help this dwarf. There's probably no way to help them. Get that dwarf, or get that bird out of here. Okay, that one went into the lava. Oh, don't get the cat. Don't get the cat. Yeah, okay. Okay, did she get free? Gosh. What an awful nightmare. No, she did not get free. She died. She drowned. Oh my goodness. Awful! Awfulness! What is going on? Oh, that's 2 of them. Well, Legend Carver, you're going to have your work cut out for you once again. She climbed out once. I don't know why she couldn't climb out a second time. I don't know how they path. Where is this other dwarf who is dead? Did they already whisk her body away, is the question. One of our new migrants. Oh yeah, we're gonna finish him off now. Oh yeah, she's already been laid to rest. Resk? Omvutak. Aerith Omvutak has died, unfortunately. Gosh, you guys, this has been too bloody of an episode. Way too bloody. And we still have 5 of these things hopping around out here. Although it looks like one is meeting its end. Yeah, alright. Reg is just working away. What a nightmare. I knew that this was going to be dangerous. I didn't think that it would be that dangerous, you know? Why? Well, I don't know. Giant vultures fighting. I'm actually rather concerned about this, that we lose another one of our miners. Three mischievous creatures. Oh yeah, they're beating the ever-living tar out of this one. No. Okay. We do have something here in, I think it's standing orders, that claim you're dead, claim used ammunition, forbid used ammunition during sieges, I hope that's better. This is a situation here, though. This vulture is... because they're all going out to gather the ammo that they just fired out, right? And these two... are these... oh, there's another one. I'm gonna have to move them to a station down here. I'm hoping this doesn't kill anybody. But we've got to make sure that these dwarves... they're ganging up on them. There's just a whole bunch of them coming out now. Uh-oh. Obok armor tool. Oh, she's fine. What is she doing? No job. Oh, this is just giving me fits, you guys. Okay, so we've got one more that's been taken care of. We're going to move these guys back to station back here. And then we're going to turn on the burrow. No, we're not going to turn on the burrow. Maybe we need to, though. We have an injured citizen. Raccoust. Cross oils. I'm not super familiar. Body's cut open. Right arm is cut open. She's got some cuts. I think we can handle some cuts. That's not a huge concern. Okay, so they're both hanging out down by the... Gosh. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Bad things. Bad things happen, you guys. Okay, let's forbid these. Someone's already trying to come down here and collect these things. We've got to figure out... Hopefully this opens up this drain. Once we get it opened up, we can collect Water Drink's body. She had a she had a nickname for only a very short period of time. So they're gathering the ammunition, which is fine. Generally not my preference while... giant vulture has stolen a prepared yak kidney 2. Okay. Reg the Crafts Dwarf has created Shigosarar, a pigtail toga, and offers it to the mighty Anvils. Well, thank you for such a generous offering. Shigosarar. This is a pigtail toga. 25k. Not bad. Highest quality, blah, blah, blah. It's decorated with pigtail and yak bone encircled with bands of oval alunite cabochons. It's made from pigtail cloth, of course. This object is adorned with hanging rings of red tourmaline and menaces with spikes of green glass and silty clay. On the item is an image of Dodok tomb sages, the dwarf and dwarves, in red tourmaline. Dodok tomb sages is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Dodok tomb sages to the position of Baron of the Tapered Irons in the year 20. On the item is an image of a banana tree in amethyst. An amethyst banana tree. That's beautiful. Thank you. Let's put that in the museum, because I don't want someone wearing it. Because if someone wears it, why then I think it'll wear out. Although, I'm not entirely sure on that. I could be wrong. I'll wait for this assignment to come up. There we go. Yeah, we need to find... Is it body wear? That's body parts. Can I just do toga? Ah, it is a pigtail toga. There, it's on display. The vulture got away with some yak kidney. That's fine. The hostel is still down here, and we've got one vulture who remains. Our cut-up citizen there. And hopefully this vulture gets brave enough to... Oops. To make a run at the fortress again. Although I wouldn't blame them if they didn't. Yeah, it looks like they're gone. Ugh. I have to keep an eye on that. That's really bad. We lost a dwarf and had another dwarf injured because of that. It's a very big failure on leadership. Once a year, back to your routine, guys. I am going to make my way back down to the cavern layer, as are we. Oh, that just makes me sick. So sad. So sad. Yeah, you've been missing. Godin Thumarish has been missing for a week. There's a reason for that. I know where the body is. Back. This stupid thing is back. Can't be in two places at once, you guys. You've got to be kidding me. How? How? I don't know what to say. We're not going to cut anything else away here. How did you fall? Oh. Okay, so he was standing there. I don't know if this is going to make... I don't know if that dwarf's going to make it either. We might have just sacrificed another miner. Where did she go? Did she make it out? Let's check on this guy. He's still way the heck up in the air. Okay, so that's moving the water quite a bit, which I would expect to see... Okay, so this is all open now, and I would expect to see this moving a little bit better. Seems like the flow should be going more than that. Oh, I forgot to call the siege operators back in. Sorry, folks. My cat's running around outside. I guess we... Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Let's see how this works. My goodness. That didn't really change much of anything, did it? I was kind of expecting it to... Oh. You want to know why? It's because this area is also a water source. Oh, that's terrible. This is going to be a much more extensive issue than what I thought it was going to be. Wow. All right. We'll be mucking around with this for a lot longer than I thought. And it's a good thing it's secure. Like, I'll double check at the end of this episode, but I don't see how... You know, we just make sure that we've got... Oh, hey, there's still walls that need to be built here. And then that's probably secure. You can go down here. This is still all secure. How did you get past... Dear God. Oh, when it rains, it pours. The forgotten beast, Kafafi, Lebovothalo, Thothalolo, has come. A towering feathered flea. It has wings and squirms and fidgets. Its emerald feathers are downy. Beware of its deadly blood. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Kafafi? A giant feathered flea with deadly blood. Gosh. We're not catching a break at all on this, guys. Okay, maybe we are. It's this flea, wherever he went. Oh, there he is. Hello. Kafafi. Washed wasted. High stamina, 300, almost 350 years old. No kills. But is confined to the third cavern layer, so that's fine. I don't know how this thing got past. Where did it go? Did it get killed? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, dear God. What the heck is going on, guys? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I think that eliminates all of our feathered friends from the surface. So we'll let these guys, the siege operators, go off duty. Hopefully somebody can butcher this thing. What are you doing? You're cleaning. Okay. I did ask them to do a butcher job. Yeah, okay. So we need like a butcher shop right down here. I'm not going to do that. This thing can just be tossed. Oh, it's already marked for a job. Okay, that's fine. Cancel your guys' orders. And there's another miner going out. Boy, I thought we were going to get her body. But this is a water source. So we've really only just created an alternative path for this water to flow, and it's just going to continue to do that. Okay, so she got found dead. How? How? You found her body because this is the second time. Where are you going? Yeah, I know you're stranded. I don't know what to do. If someone wants to sound off in the comments and let me know how to deal with this, aside from don't let your dwarves get into stupid places like this, I don't know how we're going to get this dwarf out, if I'm being honest. I think she's going to drown too. No, she made it out. Okay. So, oh gosh. Why? Like, why do they keep doing that? It must be because there's like a way they're trying to go down underneath this. Just stay away from this area. This is a bad area. It's very, very dangerous. Do not enter. I don't understand why they're still going out that way. That's really annoying. Yeah, Miasma's coming out now. They just keep jumping into the water, though. That's the annoying thing about this. There's no good reason for that. None at all. Okay, so we're going to redirect this flow. Water at this location. Okay. Let's try... we're going to try a couple of things here. Wow, it's been eventful. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so we know what happened to our friend here. We're not going to be able to get the body anytime soon. And, you know, it seems like we're getting close to needing to wrap this up, so we'll not going to worry about the flea. There's still a lot of rejoicing up top. And let's see, we only lost... we only lost 2 dwarves, I think. Right? Yeah, Water Drink's drowned. And then Aerith was killed, one of the new migrants, by a vulture, by one of the 6 vultures. So we've only lost 2. Let's get Legend Carver to whip up a couple of things. Gosh. Let's do a memorial slab. Water Drinks, we're not going to be able to get her grave, so let's do that. Then rock statue. And oops, it's up here. We need a granite statue, and then a new type of rock. The granite statue. Specify image, and this is going to be. Oops. Okay. And then we'll make another statue. I don't know what kind of statue to make. We've got a whole bunch of new types of stone here. We'll do Roodle. A Roodle statue. And this is going to be of Aerith. Crushed figure, yeah, there it is. Just going to write that down because crushed figure is not a easy one to remember. Ovumtak. There we go. So we've got that stuff taken care of. Two more dwarves perish in service to Anvilseal. Should be a way for them to get through there. You know, the only conclusion that I can come to is that it's a pathing thing where they are going to go down under this and then come out over here somehow. Like, there should be a way for them to get over here, right? Like, they just walk through here and then they come back. This, like, there's dwarves that are coming over here, is my point. And they have no problem doing so. So I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening. We'll keep an eye on it here as Legend Carver goes to work. Yeah, see, look it. Why? Why? Okay, so he's going to drown too, because he's just going to hop on into the drink. So we need to erase that order. Just don't do that. Let's cancel this construction. And then you go back to wherever it is that you came from. Okay. And then here's what we're going to do. Where'd the dude go? Okay, he's wandering. What are you doing? Go on back upstairs. Okay. Forbidden and forbidden. Nobody goes through those doors. And the only way that you can get over here now, hypothetically speaking, let's see what happens now. And we'll just keep an eye on what's happening over here. They can't go through that door. So, okay, so now he's wandered back over. What the heck? That is so weird. I do not understand that. Plink. Okay. That has got to be some of the weirdest behavior I've ever seen. That's really, really wildly inconsistent. I don't understand that pathing at all. Not in the slightest. Actually. Now I'm confident because they'll just, this will be easy. Go on, buddy. You can do it. Then we'll do this one. And that'll actually probably get some water in here. I don't know that it's going to do what we want it to do. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. Because we've got this whole other water source that's coming through here, and it's just flowing right on off the map. So we've got to cut off... How we do that, I don't know. But we've got to cut off this water source. Huh. This has been complicated. Very complicated. I don't know why we need to do this. But it is our lot. We do it because we are dwarf, I suppose. Gosh, what an interesting episode. And there's only one drowned body here. Let's double check with Legend Carver. How are things going? He's got the statues done. What are you working on? Oh, he's leading a stone carving demonstration. Okay, so back up on the home front here. Oh, let's build some furniture and let's get that slab out there. Oh, no slab. Really? Did he cancel the job? We got the statues done. Yeah, it got canceled. Unengraved slab. Okay. So we need some more slabs. All right, we can do slabs. Rock slabs, not to be confused with rock slaps. Those are different. Can we make 10 of them? And we'll make them out of serpentine. Because that's swanky. Cool. Okay. Guys, this has been a weird one. Thanks for joining me here in the Fortress of Anvilseal with at least one untimely and unnecessary death due to really strange dwarven pathing. But thanks for coming along with me for the ride. It's been one of those episodes, I suppose. We'll pick it up again here in episode 59. But until then, don't forget to hit somebody with a little bit of kindness. And we will see you next time.